I think every gamer holds a particular console closer to heart than others. Deny it all you want, but just like every parent has their favourite child, so do we. It could be due to the great games released on one particular system, or perhaps it was the sheer comfort and action of its controller, like a soldier's weapon designed for your hands only. Maybe it was its simplicity. Ultimately, you gave one system favourable attention over the others. One glorious system that holds a special place for me is the Super Nintendo. Now, the bit wars divided everyone, and I loved the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis, but for me, the most memorable games were on the SNES. So I thought we'd do a short list of memorable SNES games. Yes, I know Super Mario World is a common one, but it's a timeless game. The colours, the music and sound really set the benchmark for other games on the system. And like all Mario games, the controls are so fluid and user-friendly. A new way of flying was introduced with Mario's cape, and mastering it was a huge advantage. Including new bonus levels in the game was a nice touch, and I think are underestimated in pulling a game together. These levels maximize your results and encourage you to keep going. The bosses were creative and a nice change from the repetitive ones you'd find in Super Mario 3. These days, if I fire this game up, I usually won't put it down until I've finished it. So this one makes the list: Super Mario World. Pilotwings may not be memorable for some, but I think this one's a very unique release. Based on earning your stripes in various forms of aviation, this game takes you to the highest heights and challenges your steady hand and decision making. Its graphics are smooth and clean, and there's some real satisfaction gained in completing the various goals and targets assigned to you. Gliding your way through the air, you realise the game is based on safety and reality rather than explosions and near misses. The game's sequel, Pilotwings 64, perhaps gained more attention. However, I feel like the SNES original is the superior game. If it's there, give it a try. Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo. The sheer size of the game is impressive enough, but its addictive gameplay still keeps bringing me back to this day. Boasting quality graphics and awesome music, DKC2 packs a huge 16-bit punch for the SNES. The bonus levels here are a massive step up from the previous Donkey Kong Country. Every secret level containing a new challenge to overcome and rewarding you with valuable coins and collectibles along the way. The versatility of each level is so refreshing, and you're never stuck doing the one thing. From collecting stars to shooting from barrels, DKC2 takes you through an adventure that gets tougher and tougher. Dodging past enemies in sunken ships to collecting bananas or to riding giant spiders in volcanoes. So this one's always worth a play. Donkey Kong Country 2. Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, a classic. The cutscenes provided in this game are superb. The game follows the movie very closely. If you were a Star Wars fan, this was for you. Starting the game as a platformer, Luke's attacks with his lightsaber are deadly. And I do love any game with a double jump. It becomes very satisfying mashing through enemies on your quest across the screen. As any fan would be hoping, all the favourites are included as playable characters, all with varying attacks and missions to be completed. What impresses me the most is the amount of different things this game has to offer. Every level always has something fresh and new, and in turn keeps you charged and keen to keep going. Whether you're diving through the clouds or slicing through thick and thin, this game is non-stop. Easily one memorable SNES game. There's plenty more of them, so stay tuned for part 2. This is Chris for Darkroom, see you next time.